Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. I'm Chris, and today we're here to watch Stargate SG-1. Today's one of those really great days where I don't have any editing to do. I've cleared my inbox. All I have to do is sit down and hang out with some great friends to watch some of my favorite TV shows, and I'm so grateful to you that we can sit down and watch this show today. I'm having a great time watching Stargate SG-1, and I know there are those of you that wish I would speed up, watch this show a little bit quicker, and I feel that in my bones. I understand. However, I have really come to love watching shows on a weekly basis, recapturing that feeling you got when you first watched it. Like, it's a slower progress, but it really allows me to grow a deeper connection with the show, to fall more in love with it, and it changes my experience. I enjoy shows less when I watch through them too quickly. And I understand it's going to take a long time to go through SG-1, Atlantis, and Universe. I intend to do all three, but I want to get as much out of the show as I can for my own enjoyment. And I know that's going to lead to better reactions in the long run anyway. So thank you for your patience and going along this journey with me. Let's experience. I don't know what to expect from this episode, and that was enough of an intro, I think. So let's do it. Let's experience this episode for the very first time. Ooh, where are we today?
Looks deserted.
But the fruit's fresh.
I have been here before.
What? You have?
Yes, this world is called Cartego. The Goa'uld visit here regularly. It is one of their favorite places to harvest hosts for Goa'uld absorption.
You know, I wish you wouldn't say harvest. We're talking about human beings, not Brussels sprouts.
But that's what it is. Let's not sugarcoat it.
So the locals aren't used to friendly visitors.
Well, that would answer why no welcome mat, I suppose, huh?
Okay, so they're just hiding from
This
us.
is weird. I mean, all the food here is fresh. There's even something cooking on that fire.
They're close.
But there's no one around.
They're probably in the big structure. Please be defensive with your weapons, not offensive. Maybe enter with your hands up and hope that they're not in a shoot first kind of mood.
Hasn't been deserted long.
Is this some kind of church? I'm just wondering what this building is used for. Some kind of ceremonial purposes? I hope it's not a Goa'uld building. There they are. Don't know why I put my hands up.
They probably think we're Goa'ulds.
Daniel, think you could find a language that would communicate to these people that we're human like they are, and that we're friendly?
Lower your weapon. That'd be a...
Should I believe you?
Oh, good English.
That is a weapon?
So's that. Tell you what, I'll go first.
Thank you. Yes, lead the way. Oh, good. You saw like his whole posture shift. His whole expression changed to curiosity and wonder. I love that. Okay, but he's... We gotta find a way to like show people he's friendly.
But he's a good guy.
You don't know him. He's peaceful. Tell him you're peaceful, Teal'c.
It is true.
He lies. I know him.
Ow.
This Jafar killed my father.
He said it had been here before. Maybe apologize. That's not gonna help, really. He did kill his father, so that's a problem. That immediately erodes any trust we were starting to build with them, for one. Two, they might want to seek justice. I think certainly Teal'c killed his father. He's not going to have an interest in compassion just because he's changed his ways since then. Like, he probably still feels an entitlement to justice for the death of his father. He's probably right to feel that way. However, I'm on Teal'c's side, because, you know, it's his show.
He's a coward. He lies.
Hano, the mandates.
He is not Bursa. The mandates do not apply.
And what if you are mistaken? I do not recognize this Jafar.
Oh, it could be. Maybe it wasn't
He is the
Teal'c.
one. He killed my father.
If you are right, he will be put through Korai.
Korai.
We do not take revenge like this, or we are no better than the Jafar.
I like this guy. I like the mandates.
Korai will sustain my belief.
Korai.
But first you meet the elders.
I am very interested in their customs, whatever this is. Whether it's a legal proceeding or... Oh, they're all coming out. I don't know where they were all hiding, but here they all come.
That's interesting. I wonder if everyone's coming from some religious event.
Why does
Maybe.
it always have to be a religious thing with you?
It often is.
Maybe they're coming from a swap meet.
When the gods come through the Sir Kokona, we scatter in many directions to hide from those who would hurt us. They are overdue to visit us again.
Can we help these people?
Cirque. That's a Latin derivation, circle, but Cacona, that's Greek. That's weird. 2 root languages and 1 culture.
What does it mean?
Sir Cacona, Circle of Woes. Their name for the Stargate?
I don't like this.
It would be a circle of woe for them.
May approach.
Again, could y'all consider lowering your weapons? There you go. Thank you. I'm sure it's like the wise security move, but I don't like it.
You may go.
What?
Just like that?
Wait, we'd like to stay a little while and learn from you. Possibly you can learn from us. I mean, you seem to need help avoiding the Goa'uld.
You may go. Now.
Not interested in help?
For him, there will be Korai.
All right, let me bottom line it for you, okay? You can't have that man.
He is not a man, he's Jaffa.
He's already told you he doesn't know who you are.
You say you don't remember me?
I do not.
Then do you remember this?
That would be a yes. We don't have a flashback for things he doesn't remember. I'm like 90% sure that's Teal'c. Yeah.
You remember me now, do you not?
Don't say a word, Teal'c.
But I must.
That's an order. Don't say anything.
He's gonna confess.
He does not need to say anything. Take him in custody.
Hold it! Jack, that's not the way to handle this.
What does Teal'c want to do? Let him be the decider. Maybe he's more than willing to go through Korai. Maybe it's a... what's the right word? I want to say like purifying ritual. A ritual to test the purity? Like maybe to test if he's truly a changed man or not? I'm interested, either way. We'll start by just putting him in a cell. Okay.
He is guilty. He must pay for what he has done.
And you've already decided this.
Yes. Tomorrow we will have the Korai. You are welcome to stay.
All right. I was worried the Elder was going to force their departure.
When they come back, Daniel, you draw him in.
No,
Carter and I will take right and left flanks.
Whoa, wait a minute, are you talking break out?
Yeah. We're gonna
How?
grab Teal'c and head straight for the Stargate.
No.
It'd be nice if we could do it without bloodshed.
No.
Yeah, me and Teal'c are on the same page.
Excuse me?
Do not attempt your plan.
That's why I'm on his side.
You know, that's a really odd sound. I thought you just said you wouldn't go.
That is correct.
Why?
Because to go would disrespect the Bursa.
Ooh.
Disrespect?
Teal'c is right, we should show some respect.
Did anyone else hear that kid say that Teal'c was guilty already? For all we know, they want to kill him.
Wait, who said anything about killing? I mean, all they said was they want to put him through Korai. Now, near as I can figure, that is like a simple trial.
Now, see, it's that near as I can figure part that's
We don't
got me.
know.
What if their idea of a simple trial is a simple beheading?
Then he'll die fast. That's good. Teal'c said, I will not run. Honestly, though, I respect someone who takes accountability for their actions. It says, I am guilty. I will allow them to have justice.
I am the Jaffa's voice for the Cor-ai.
Well, I think his voice is just fine.
Does she mean like
I
lawyer?
think she means kind of like his defense attorney.
I
Yeah.
have been chosen. I must witness his peccavi.
What's a peccavi?
There's a Latin word that's similar. It basically means I have sinned.
His confession?
She wants his confession.
Has it occurred to anyone that he might not be guilty?
If he were not guilty, there would be no Cor-ai.
Innocent until proven guilty. Heard of it?
Of course not.
Actually, throughout history, the idea is pretty rare. Most cultures usually assume things the other way around.
It's ridiculous to think they've heard of that, Colonel O'Neill. They are not American, sir.
Who will be his voice?
That would be me.
Oh, I think it is better if they do it, but I'd love to see what
You will be his voice for the Cor-ai?
he does.
As you wish. I will tell the elders.
Yeah, go tell the elders.
You sure you're up to this?
No, I think Daniel would be a better choice.
Why? You don't think I am?
Well, it's just that I've never actually heard you referred to as a diplomat. I think antagonist was the word used.
But I'm his commanding officer. It comes with the territory.
Does it?
Wouldn't Daniel be better at it? I mean, being a linguist and a
Sam,
cultural
yes.
expert.
All right, we'll all do it.
Okay. Tag team. Stargate defense attorney. Let's go.
Co-counsel.
O'Neill, Carter, and Jackson, attorneys at law. Congratulations, y'all just made partner. With that comes the expectation you win this case or you're all fired. And Teal'c will be dead, probably. Yeah, this is a great episode.
I let my anger control me, and I threatened your life.
Whoa.
This is counter to Bursa mandates. And by doing it, I shamed myself and my whole clan. I ask your forgiveness.
You have it.
Wow, that was impressive.
You killed my father. For this crime, the punishment is death.
Wait,
I will now lead the Korai.
Objection!
tell us more about this Korai. It's like, is this taking a turn towards the worst?
That's something we say back on Earth when
We have an objection, if they get it.
you can't be the judge. That's not fair.
Judge?
Yeah, the guy who controls proceedings, decides what happens here.
Why is it not fair?
Because you're the son of the victim.
Yes.
He is guilty
The
also.
judge has to be impartial.
What does that mean?
Impartiality would require someone who hasn't already formed an opinion about Teal'c's guilt or innocence.
So none of
How could there
you.
be such a person? Anyone who has a mind has an opinion.
Your honors, I respectfully request that someone else be in control of this. What is it?
Correct.
Korai.
Only the person who has suffered understands the pain which has been inflicted. Who else can fairly say what the punishment must be?
Well, you could, for one.
Hano will continue.
Unbelievable.
It's actually rather Talmudic. Only he who is wronged can forgive.
Well, you can.
We can't just force a culture to do things the American way. As much as I want to preserve Teal'c's
Remember me?
life, let's give it a chance to play out. This Hano. Maybe he will.
And you are the one who killed my father. Are you not?
Don't answer that, Teal'c.
Answer it, Teal'c.
Yes,
Yes.
I am the one who killed your father.
Teal'c, are you trying to commit suicide?
I do not understand.
Why didn't you tell me you were guilty? At least before you told a room full of people that want to see you dead.
You didn't ask.
You already knew. Only you did not want to hear it. That is why you asked me not to speak.
Well said, Teal'c.
What happened?
Apophis ordered me to kill Hano's father.
So you were following orders.
Hano's father died by my hand. No one else's. I am responsible. What I did while serving Apophis, I will not hide from.
Even if the punishment is death.
Then that is what I deserve.
Teal'c, you sound like you want to die.
Colonel O'Neill, have you ever faced the crying eyes of a child whose father you have just murdered?
Right.
Not exactly.
What would you do if someone had murdered your son rather than your son? If you know what I mean, you'd want justice.
But the whole concept of chain of command undermines the idea of free will. So as soldiers, we have to do some pretty awful stuff. But we're following orders like we were trained to. It doesn't make it easier. It certainly doesn't make it right. But it does put some of the responsibility on the guy given those orders.
Then you are saying Apophis is responsible for Hano's father's death?
Yes!
You are wrong, O'Neill. While in the service of Apophis, I did many things. For these deeds, my victims deserve retribution.
Can we focus on this one case only for now, please?
This case represents the many.
Well, it shouldn't!
Oof. It's intense.
Hano's father is not the first nor the last of those whose lives I've taken. And I have done far worse, O'Neill. I cannot give all of their loved ones retribution. But I can at least give it to this one. I am sorry, O'Neill.
So valid.
I'm gonna do what I have to do to keep you alive, whether you like it or not.
That's fair too, O'Neill. Go for it. Wow, is that a tear in his eye? Like that's crazy. O'Neill is making a valid defense, putting it on Apophis.
We need to prove to these people that he doesn't deserve to die.
Daniel's approach is right.
We need to convince them that he's a different man now than he was then.
Correct.
Good luck.
I really like her. I don't know
What
why.
happened to your wife?
Her name is Sha're. She was captured by Apophis's serpent guards and changed.
She's now a Goa'uld?
Inhabited by one, yes.
And how did she get to be one of the victims?
The leader of the serpent guards picked her out of a crowd of other women.
Who was the serpent guard?
Teal'c.
Oh, I love the little smile on Hano's face. He's like, this is going my way.
The old Teal'c.
There you go.
At the time, he hadn't joined us yet. He didn't know me or that Sha're was my wife.
But the fact is, you now work side by side with the man responsible for your wife's fate.
It was difficult for me at first. I wanted to hate him. But now I know that it was a different Teal'c that chose Sha're, and I know that if there were any way for him to help me get my wife back, this Teal'c would do it gladly.
And hopefully he'll have the chance.
Even if it meant giving up his own life. This Teal'c is my friend.
There were 50 human captives. All were unarmed. Office ordered me to slaughter them all.
But you didn't, did you?
I did not.
What did you do?
I turned my weapon on my fellow serpent guards.
Yeah, you did.
It was a huge risk for you, wasn't it, Teal'c?
I made a decision.
I think you're being a little modest here. You have a family. Do you think you'll ever see them again?
Maybe, but not the same.
The one thing I can't seem to figure out is where you live.
Great question, yeah.
We live here.
Where do you sleep?
No, where do you sleep at night? Where do you take shelter? Where do you sleep?
We sleep in the hiding.
The hiding.
We have hidden caves and tunnels in all directions.
That makes sense.
When the evil ones come in through the Kakona, we flee in all directions and we disappear.
So they catch only the slowest among you.
Oh, no. We would never leave anyone behind. We all go, or none of us do.
Wow.
I think I have something that might help us out. Teal'c,
Learning their culture.
tell us exactly what happened that day. Like why you chose Hano's father.
We brought those we had captured back to the hall. Apophis ordered the selection process to begin.
Kill one of them. I said kill one of them. If you hesitate, I will kill them all.
That's a good little part of the story right there. He basically volunteered. That's what I saw.
I think I see where you're going with this, Daniel. This is good. This could make the difference in the Korai.
It's a kangaroo court. Nothing's gonna make a difference. Isn't that painfully obvious to anybody?
No, you're
That
wrong.
kid made up his mind before we even got here.
He did,
So
but
what do you suggest?
Carter and I are going back to Earth for reinforcements.
What, you're gonna shoot his way out?
No, Daniel. I'm hoping we can bring back enough firepower so it'll scare him into turning Teal'c over. That's how I'd like to see it go down.
I have already told you, O'Neill, I will not run.
Teal'c, you're going back with us if I have to knock you out and carry you myself. Got it?
I wish someone would knock him
As
out.
time as you can, Daniel.
Dang it, O'Neill.
First, I need you to mobilize a combat unit ready to go back to that planet ASAP.
Don't like this at all. Are you on the side of O'Neill? Let me know if you're on his side. It's totally fine if you are. Like, I don't mind disagreeing about this, but I do disagree.
Teal'c, why did you choose Hano's father?
I saw his injury. I knew that without him, the group could move more quickly. Perhaps even evade us the next time we came.
It might seem cool.
So you made a decision. You chose to kill one that day to save many later. Is that right?
It is correct.
It might seem cruel, but it's a logical
So if
choice.
Teal'c hadn't made that decision, many of you might not be alive today to want him dead.
He saved everyone that day, and potentially many sons.
Understand
It's still a hard choice, and I hate that he made it, but he had to make a choice.
Teal'c may have killed Hano's father, but in doing so, he saved you and all of you. Teal'c's death will not change the past, but his continued life can help all of our future. Can you really justify killing him now?
Great defense.
His fate is not to be decided by us. Korai mandates that only Hano can make that decision.
Your argument is wise and moving. I commend you.
Why do I sense a but?
You have made a compelling argument that this Jafar's more recent and continuing good should somehow negate his past evil.
I don't know
have
that
but one final question.
doesn't negate it, but I'll give the but.
Can his recent actions, or any future actions, return my father from the dead?
Of course not.
No, of course not.
Then clearly no amount of good in the present can erase what he has done in the past.
That is true.
Jafar, you are guilty of killing my father.
I'm disappointed, Hano.
Tomorrow, at midday, you will die by your own weapon.
Shoot. Stupid stick makes a return.
My father did.
It does appear that O'Neill may have been correct. And now he might be Teal'c's only hope. I had too much faith in Hano and the elders.
They have Teal'c prisoner. They plan to execute him. I'd call that hostile.
But it sounds to me as if they've treated the rest of you with the utmost respect.
Correct.
Now you want to launch an assault on them?
No, sir.
General Hammond.
I'm hoping once they see our superior numbers and firepower, they'll release him without
That
incident.
hope is not
Colonel,
okay.
The United States is not in the business of interfering in other people's affairs.
This. Also, that's kind of a joke, right? No, sorry.
Since when, sir? I don't think the president would have a problem with us going in and trying to rescue one of our own.
Teal'c is not one of our own.
He's not?
I mean, in the eyes of the government. He's not an American citizen. Hell, he's not even an Earth citizen.
I don't believe I'm hearing this from you, sir.
General Hammond, sir, if I may. Even setting aside that Teal'c is our friend, how can you let such a valuable information resource be taken away?
These people's laws in this regard are no different from our own. We don't stop pursuing war criminals because they have a change of heart.
War criminals?
Yes, Colonel, he is. Like it or not, what the Jaffa have done to these people and thousands of other people is a crime.
Oof.
Teal'c spent many years serving the Goa'uld, doing some damn distasteful things. Surely both of you must realize that this was bound to happen sooner or later.
General Hammond.
Teal'c did.
I have spent a lot of years in the service of my country. And I have been ordered to do some damn distasteful things. I will not allow them to execute my friend.
Sir, Teal'c has proven his loyalty to us countless times. Don't you think we should do the same?
My own personal opinion says yes. But the government policies under which I must weigh my decisions say no.
Well, fine. Let's call the president.
That's enough, Colonel.
I don't know what the solution should be.
General, sir, we don't have a lot of time here.
Certainly this is a complex issue with no easy answers. Let's do something, though. Anything that keeps Teal'c from being executed. I don't know, maybe Hano will restore my faith in well, I don't know, in him, I guess.
I would like to ask one final favor.
What is it?
I would like to volunteer my lifeless body and that of my symbiote for your scientists to study. Perhaps you can better learn ways to battle the Goa'uld and the Jaffa.
Well, don't worry, Teal'c. There's not going to be any body to donate. Jack and Carter should be back any minute with the troops.
Daniel Jackson, you must not allow Colonel O'Neill to deny the retribution the Bursa deserve.
You know, I have to admit, Teal'c, for once I agree with Jack. I mean, I respect your wishes, but I don't believe that you deserve to die.
I have like so many competing thoughts and opinions. Like, I don't know. I see it from so many different sides.
The president won't authorize a rescue.
I don't believe
What?
I agree with the president's decision. We can't commit troops to risk their lives in an action that I believe is morally ambiguous.
That's where I respectfully disagree, sir.
You have the right to disagree, Colonel, but you do not have the right to take actions against orders. Is that understood?
That was well said. What happened here? Unless the Goa'uld show up. Okay, now we're gonna... Now this is a twist of fate. Maybe there's a way to save Teal'c. Let him join us in the fight against the real enemy. Oh. Stealth. Shadow. Nice. They're a little top heavy, so they probably topple easily.
If Jack went back to Earth, the Goa'uld are not stupid. They probably figured it out on their own.
The children and the slowest will hide here. The rest of us will try to draw them away into the forest.
Wait. Now let Teal'c go. We can help you, but he is no good to you like this. Now I give you my word, he will not try to run away.
No, he will not. You will stay here.
I understand Hano not allowing Teal'c to join them in the fight.
I trust you to tell whoever does that I still wish my sentence to be carried out.
But I hope he gets the chance. Yeah! That'll change your mind. Now will you trust him? You have to be an idiot not to. Hano is not an idiot. He just wants justice for his father, but he also wants his people to survive this.
Teal'c.
Shackle.
He's back. Nice.
Death will share my place as first prime.
It might be your turn instead of Teal'c.
I'm sorry.
Is Shackle dead? Should I bother remembering his name? Yeah, they're all taking prisoners. Ooh, nice. Yes.
Let's get him home.
No.
He is committed. He will either be spared or killed.
It is midday. I am prepared to accept my punishment.
Man, I respect that. But now he'll be spared, right? I want him to be spared more than I want to respect him.
You would save those who wish to kill you?
I would save those who deserve to live.
Good answer.
I made a mistake. My memory was faulty. You are not the same man as he who murdered my father.
I am the one.
Teal'c, now's the time to zip.
I suggest you take your friend home.
I love this episode. You just never know what kind of story you're gonna get when you turn on a new episode of Stargate.
We can help you defend yourselves.
We would appreciate that.
Yes, perhaps we can have more interactions in the future. I've never liked Teal'c more than in this episode. And I love Colonel O'Neill too. While obviously I was disagreeing with his course of action, his motivation was very clear. He didn't want to lose a man. He didn't want to lose a very important asset and a friend. And I wish Colonel Hammond could have chosen to do something. At the very least, if they would have come in with an assault team, maybe they could have immediately attacked the Goa'uld, but they would have been caught surprised. And maybe just having O'Neill and Carter come back allowed them to get the jump on them to an extent anyway. Fascinating episode. I love the themes and ideas it explored here. I love that it, well, as General Hammond said, was morally ambiguous. It was complicated. I don't think there was an easy right or wrong answer. And I had my ideas and my opinions, and they changed a couple of times throughout watching this, which is was interesting. I'll just leave it at that. I loved most everything about this episode. Just from the moment we got here, the culture seemed really intriguing. I liked the elders, and Hano seemed interesting. Watching their justice system be carried out was fascinating. Watching Colonel O'Neill try to force it to be an American child was, I mean, I thought he was wrong to do so, but it was fun to watch. Teal'c, total accountability, saying, listen, I am responsible. I don't think Colonel O'Neill's defense with it really being Apophysis' fault and carrying out orders, I don't think that's necessarily wrong or a bad defense, but Teal'c saying, no, I will take responsibility for it. Colonel, no, I'm not giving him a promotion. Dr. Jackson, his defense was very interesting, just trying to frame it. Even when he did kill your father, he did so for logical reasons that was the best for the community, operating under the assumption that you have to kill someone, right? He would have been killed if he would tried to attack the Goa'uld, and then they likely would have killed everyone for sure. I think he did the best he could in a horrible situation that he had no way out of. At the end, it was, I think, a stroke of luck for Teal'c that the Goa'uld, I mean, they said at the beginning of the episode we were overdue for the Goa'uld to return, right? So it made perfect sense. It was a tight plot, really, but it was a stroke of luck that he happened to return at that moment on that day, and that gave him the opportunity to prove himself. I love that. I love that he got the opportunity to prove himself, and so I love this episode. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching with me. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.